3 seconds. That's all it took to change my entire marriage. If you've ever felt invisible in your own home, if you've ever loved someone who slowly began treating you like a stranger, stay with me, because what happened after I canceled our anniversary without saying a word turned my wife's world upside down. My name is Ethan Carter. I was 36, an architect with a quiet nature and a habit of putting everyone else's happiness before my own. My wife, Vanessa Carter, was 34, beautiful, ambitious, and successful. She worked as a senior marketing executive for a luxury fashion company. We had been married for 6 years. People thought we were the perfect couple. They were wrong. The distance began slowly. At first, Vanessa blamed work pressure, then business trips, then exhaustion. I understood because I loved her. Every time she canceled dinner plans or barely glanced at me while scrolling through her phone, I told myself things would improve. But the months passed. Then something inside me started to break. I realized I was always the one making the effort. I bought flowers. I planned date nights. I sent loving messages. Most of the time, I received one-word replies. One night, I made reservations at her favorite Italian restaurant. She looked at me and sighed. "Ethan, can we not do this tonight? I'm tired." I smiled and said, "Sure." Then I sat alone at that restaurant eating dinner for two. The waiter kept glancing at the empty chair across from me. It was humiliating. But our anniversary was approaching, and I still believed maybe it could repair things. I secretly spent 2 weeks planning everything: a private rooftop dinner, live violin music, her favorite white roses, and a custom necklace engraved with our wedding date. I spent thousands. I thought maybe she'd remember us. 3 days before our anniversary, I heard her laughing loudly in the living room while talking to her friend Mia. I wasn't trying to listen, but then I heard my name. "Ethan's probably planning some dramatic anniversary thing." Vanessa laughed. Mia laughed too. "So, just act surprised." Vanessa sighed. "I honestly don't have the energy for all that relationship stuff right now." I froze. Relationship stuff? 6 years of marriage had become relationship stuff. I walked away. That night, I sat in my car outside our house for nearly an hour. I kept replaying her words. Then, for the first time in months, I stopped making excuses for her. I opened my phone and canceled the rooftop reservation, canceled the violinist, canceled the flowers, canceled everything. I said nothing. Our anniversary arrived. Vanessa came downstairs wearing a black dress. She smiled slightly. "Are we leaving soon?" I looked up from my coffee. "Leaving?" Her face changed. "Our anniversary dinner." I stared at her calmly. "Oh, I canceled it." Silence. "What?" "I canceled everything." She blinked. "What do you mean you canceled it?" I shrugged. "You seemed exhausted from all that relationship stuff." Her face immediately lost its color. For a moment she stared. "You heard that?" I took a sip of coffee. "Yeah." Her eyes widened. "Ethan!" I didn't mean... I stood and grabbed my keys. "I have work." Then I left. I ignored her calls all day. 5 missed calls, 10 messages, then 23. I came home that evening and saw Vanessa sitting on the couch. Her makeup was ruined. Her eyes were red. She stood immediately. "Ethan, please." I stayed quiet. "I've been horrible." I looked at her. Months. Months I begged for attention. Months I felt alone beside my own wife. Months of being rejected, and suddenly you cared because I stopped chasing you? Tears rolled down her face. "I thought you'd always be there." I gave a small, sad smile. "That's the problem, Vanessa." She looked down. "I got too comfortable." I nodded slowly. "No, you got too comfortable losing me." For the first time in our marriage, I walked past her. Not angry, not yelling, just tired. Behind me, I heard quiet crying, because sometimes revenge isn't cheating, sometimes revenge isn't screaming, sometimes the most painful thing you can do is stop fighting for someone who stopped fighting for you.